Alright guys, right? Hope Not Hate is still going at me, so I thought I'd do a little video because they've put a letter into Talk Radio complaining about having me on the show, calling me far right and all this nonsense. So I thought I'd just break down the video, not the video, break down the letter because it's just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, you're gonna laugh at this one. Just bear with me. It's a bit of a long one. Dear Denny Morris, in charge of Talk Radio. On the evening of September the 14th, 2021, an individual by the name of Steve Laws appeared on a segment presented by a host of the talk radio station, Kevin O'Sullivan, to speak about refugees, asylum seekers and cross-channel migration. Refugees, asylum seekers and cross-channel migration. Let's just call it what it is, illegal immigrants. That's what they are, okay? Let's start it off like that. Laws was introduced by O'Sullivan as a social commentator, a turn of the phrase that denotes a seemingly unbiased individual with legitimacy motivated purely by a desire to examine and debate issues circulating within public discourse. So basically, long story short, they're trying to paint a narrative of me, right? But it goes on. It goes on. Steve Laws, however, is nothing of the sort. That's it. That's just one quick, sharp little sentence just to throw in. He's nothing of the sort. Try and make it sound dramatic. Boom, boom, boom. Right? And then it goes on. Laws is a well-known far-right activist and former member of the Anti-Islamic for Britain party who has risen to prominence in the online world over the last 18 months or so as one of the band of migrant hunters. Individuals who film, harass, intimidate refugees and asylum seekers down on the south coast of England. Right? There's a few things to break apart there, right? Far-right activist, that is a massive stretch. I mean, I'm just a normal person who films boats. I go home, I sit at home, I watch TV with the kids, we do drawings and stuff, we play a bit of Lego, like some real far-right activities, like, you know, building bricks, and, you know, what else do we do? We draw some cartoons and we play a bit of tag, you know, some real far-right activities. These people are delusional and absolutely absurdly, I have no idea what goes through their brain. But anyway, right, it carries on, it goes further. They say, I'm well known. That's a stretch as well, to be honest. To say I'm a well-known far-right activist is a bit of a stretch. I only have like 15,000 followers. There's not many people that follow me really, so it's a bit crazy. And then they go on to say, we're migrant hunters. So that tries to paint the narrative that we're hunting migrants and we're out there and we're going to attack them or we're vicious towards them or something like that, when it's not the case at all. Stand at the docks and we film boats. We talk to the border force whilst they're getting on with their job. If there's a beach landing, we spot it. That's, do you know what I mean? And that's if we catch it. And that's the thing. They're painting out a narrative like we're running up into their faces and going, row, 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 row. No, we're not. I stand behind a fence and I film. And that's all I do. You point the camera towards the boat and then job done. Move on. It's absolutely ridiculous. But this letter goes on. It goes on further. They say, earlier this year, Laws also organised a demonstration in Dover attended by a range of people from across the UK far right, which ended in 4 arrests. The 4 arrests were for minor offences, which were blocking the traffic, right? So they're making out like they're violent arrests. They're not. Okay, they were blocking traffic, just silly arrests. That was it. To say I organised it was a bit of a stretch. All I did is plug it and promote it. It was a people's protest, you know, for the people that were sick of it. And to say there were far-right people there is absolutely ridiculous. It was just normal people concerned about illegal immigration. My auntie went, do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. And then it goes further, right? Laws have spread misinformation about asylum seekers, repeatedly attempting to link them to criminality, and has shown a complete lack of understanding about the asylum process. These people are criminals, right? They entered the country illegally. What can they not understand about that? That is a criminal offence. Yeah, it's not illegal to claim asylum, but it's illegal to enter a country illegally. I don't know how much more clear I can make that. These people are completely stupid. And it still goes on. There's a lot more to go here, right? Laws has promoted the views of Generation Identity, a far-right identitarian movement that have promoted the Great Replacement conspiracy theory linked to the Christchurch terror attacks in New Zealand, as well as the views of Stephen Yaxley Lennon, inverted bracket things Tommy Robinson, and the deputy leader of the UK white nationalist movement, Patriotic Alternative. They might as well have just said her name. It's Laura Towler, isn't it, right? And that's because, God forbid, I share a post from somebody It doesn't matter when I've shared a post, and who cares? I don't care who's shared a post. If I agree with the post that's been shared, I'm going to share the post. I don't give a crap what you say. If I agree with what's been said, I couldn't care if it is Bob from the supermarket, or it is bloody Patriotic Alternative, or Tommy Robinson, or fucking Calvin Robinson, or anyone. I couldn't care who it was. If it was a post, I'm going to share it. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? It could even be a lefty who shared a post. If I like the post, I'm going to share it. I don't care what anyone says. It's a bloody post. Get over it, right? It's the same with Generation Identity promoting the Great Replacement. I'm going to share posts. I don't care what people say. If that doesn't make me far right sharing a post, grow up, right? And then it goes on. The failure on the part of O'Sullivan to provide the full picture of Steve Law's political affiliations and far-right activism on talk radio on September the 14th, 2021 has a clear effect of misleading listeners to talk radio. So they're trying to make out like I snuck in and I was like some undercover far-right agent trying to like red pill the nation or something. I have no idea what they think I am. And then they go, in our view, it is important that Talk Radio submits an official correction both on the organisation's social media channels and by O'Sullivan himself on his next broadcast, in which the full picture of Laws's political affiliations and activism is detailed. So basically, yeah, they want Talk Radio to put out a statement saying Steve Laws is far right. And that will please Hope Not Hate. That's what they want. This is what this whole letter's about. They want Talk Radio to say Steve Laws is far right. Is that, how fun is that? And it ends with thanks, Hope Not Hate. No one's named it because who's going to put their name to that load of bollocks?